Hi everyone, it's Tammy from Frou-frou Studio and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to work on another episode of I Saw It on Pinterest. And what I have been fascinated with lately are, I'm going to bring my iPad over here so I can show you if it'll show up. I have been looking at a lot of, now I lost my place, textile, okay, not cool, textile boards or cards. Sorry guys, I hit the button and it totally took me out of where I was. And so I thought I would create some journaling cards that had this concept on it, and use some of my scraps that I have from a cutter quilt and see what we can put together. Now, as far as who pinned these, where they're from, one is from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. One is from the Smithsonian. And one is from, who's this one? Atelier Rum, ATELIEROM.blogspot.ca. So I assume they're in Canada. And I just think they're really cool and vintage looking. So we're going to make a couple and see how it comes out. I'm going to do this one with fabric, but I'd also like to do it, I think, with paper scraps, because I think that would be a really cool way to use up some of your little paper scraps of really cool paper that you like, that you may not have but just a little tiny piece left of. So, but today I'm going to use fabric, and what I have gotten for my bases, I have some music staff paper that I've cut down, and I've cut all these down to 5x5 because the next journal, I think I told y'all in the last video, my next journal is going to be like a chunky 5x5 square journal. I was kind of wanting to do something a little different, and so that's the size that I'm going to do. So that's the size that I cut this paper down to. This blank staff paper, I just put some tea-dyed paper on the back of it to make it just a little stiffer. It's not as thick as a normal card, but I think it's going to be okay. And if it's not, I'll just put another piece of paper on it. And then this is from a antique ledger that I have that I am absolutely hoarding the pages for. But it's one of the tall, skinny ones. And so I could get a 5x5 out of that and still have a pretty big piece of scrap. And then this one is just a vintage payroll card, payroll index card that I got in it came in a lateral file that my husband got me for Christmas to store my pastels in. And I took all the cards and dividers out, and I used the drawers to store my pastel pencils and my colored pencils and things like that in. This paper I got on Etsy from Fantastically Fun Finds, and that is all together if you want to look at her stuff. Fantastically Fun Finds on Etsy. All right, so we have 3 different substrates, and on this one, I'm going to use this side and leave the back for the bridie. Okay, and then I have 3 different themes. I have one that I'm going to use a flower. I have one that I'm going to use a butterfly. And I have one that I'm going to use a bird. And I think that's the way I'm going to do them. I might switch these two. Yep. And what I plan to do, or what I've kind of separated out, is when I got my fabric scraps, I tried to get colors that would coordinate with what I was going to use. I think I've seen Rachel with Roxy Creations. I think I've seen her do something similar to this as well. But I think the thing that amazes me about the ones that I've been looking at on Pinterest is that the books or pages have survived as long as they have. And they're still in relatively good condition. Okay. All right. So let's start with this little guy over here. We'll move these two out of the way. And my little pile of fabrics. And like I said, I just tried to pick colors that, you know, were in his feathers and stuff to use. So, and this fabric is like really, really brittle. It's in a cutter quilt that I got at an antique store quite a while ago, and it was just beyond anything that could be repaired. And my grandmother was an avid quilter, so I can't stand to see a quilt go somewhere to die. So I brought it home, and I've been using it, little scraps here and there for different projects. I'm kind of interested to see how the square thing works out, because in my mind, you know, I feel like things look better in rectangles. So I'm trying to make myself work in something besides rectangles. So that will be interesting to see how that works out. Do I want another stripe, or do I want this thing? Okay, so 3 is what it looks like we're going to be working with on this size. I like that one better. I don't really even have to cut this fabric because it is so brittle, but make sure I got that on the right side. Oh, I've got this with the brighter yellow too. Oh, and that's got that red. Let's try this one. See, I told you, it's so brittle. It would just... That's kind of cute. And I've got this blue. Ooh, I really like this blue too. See, this is going to be my downfall of doing this. I'm going to be like, oh, I like that. I'm just going to have to make up my mind and do something here. This kind of looks like the pattern on his feathers, though, to me. I don't know, guys, if I like this one or this one better. I feel like this one brings in, like, his beak and feet and stuff like that. But this one brings in that little bit of red. Maybe that's too strong. Let's do this other stripe. And that's ticking, so it will have to be cut a little bit first. Like that, I think. And I think I'm going to round these corners. Maybe. Okay, so I don't guess it really matters what order they go in. Move it back up here where you guys can see. Oh, I need that to be just a little bit narrower. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to glue those down with the 3-in-1 glue. Just terribly goopy on the lid. I still haven't filled my bottle up. I did get, though, my local Joann's is moving, and so they are selling everything at 50 to 70% off until I guess they don't want to move it all. And so I didn't even know it, and I was going out to the other side of town that I do not go to very often to see my grandbabies, and I needed some glue, and so I was just going to stop and run in there and get some glue, because I was afraid I was going to run out before I could get it here delivered, and I was going to be out that way anyway. So we get there, and there's a big old sign, and it says 50 to 70% off everything, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I went in, and a lot of the stuff that's the really good stuff, you know, the stuff that you really want to be on sale, was not there. You know, either they have sold it already, or they've gone ahead and packed it up to transfer it because they didn't want to mark it down. But I did find my glue, which was 50% off, which was nice. And I also found a chomper, you know, one of these things, corner chomper, that does the angles instead of the rounded corners. So I was really excited about that because it was 50% off. And you know, those things aren't cheap. So, and I found a couple of Tim Holtz things. I think that a lot of the Tim Holtz things I either missed or, you know, they're not marking down. But I found a couple of things. I found a stamp and some other things. So, yeah, purely by accident. But I'll take it. Okay, now on the original ones, they have like a number or something that identifies the patterns. A lot of them are handwritten, some are stamped. So I've got just a few stamps over here, and none of them are the same size numbers. But I'm going to stamp those, I think, just right underneath if I left myself enough room. Maybe I'll do it this way. Because I don't think I left myself enough room. I think I'm going to do it like that. And I'm going to try to get, like some of these say NO when they have a number, you know, for number or whatever. And I'm going to try to stamp just the number part. So we'll see how that goes here. Sorry if I move that out of frame. I feel like that one's too big. Yeah, that one's a lot bigger. Let's see if I can get this one. There. Okay, and then I think I want some text to go behind. And they also have, well, some of them do. Some of them have like lines drawn. So many decisions. No, I don't think I want to do the lines. You know, I almost think I want that to be more narrow than the 5. I think I'm going to take this down, guys, just a little bit. I'm going to do like 4 1/4. I think the balance is going to be better. And I might put a little book page on it too, behind the bird. Or do I want to put you know, I could put like some catalog page. I don't really want it to look like a sewing deal though. Can you tell I'm undecided? Let me get I'm grabbing some book page over here. Hopefully something. If I can find what I'm looking for. Sorry. I've got a million book pages and I can't find what I'm looking for. Let's try a piece of this. This may not even be what I need. No. It's not what I want. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and I'll be thinking about that while we're doing the next one. All right, so this next one, we have this butterfly, and it's just cut out of my butterfly book. And for this one, I have some kind of purpley color, some gray color. There's some more gray color. And something with some orangey in it. There's some more purpley. We can use some more of that. Alright, so what do we want to do for this one? I think I definitely want some purple. This is not out of the quilt. This is old apron fabric. idea of this kind of gray. Color. I also like the idea of this one because it's got kind of an orangey in it. Now, would I rather have that or this? This or that? I think I like that one. All right, so let's go with that. Cut this one down just a little bit. Okay. See if I can leave more room this time to put my numbers underneath. I still don't think I'm going to be able to get them underneath. Oh, but I could pull that up real quick. Take my little glue cleaner. Yeah, I'm going to have to fill that bottle up because that drives me nuts to have to sit and shake that and deal with that to get the stuff out. That one needs to be a little smaller. And I'm weaving most of the strings just because I like them. This one I'm not going to cut down for two reasons. One, there's no way I'm cutting that number off up at the top. And this one, I feel like with the butterfly being a little wider, it's a better balance than it was for that bird. So I don't mind this one as much. And then I'm going to put my numbers right here this time. I'm trying to make sure that I can see it and I'm not doing it upside down. Okay. There's that one. Let's do the book page test on it. I'm still not convinced over the book page thing. Almost on this one would rather have some handwriting since it's on the ledger. I do like it better on this one than I did on the other one, but I think I'm just going to go get my hold tight for just 1 second. I think I'm just going to put this big old script stamp on there. I got this at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. I would assume they still have it because they never changed their stock, in my opinion. Yeah, I like that. And I'm thinking I might want to draw a line, or I might do washi tape, like right down through there. Do I have any close that will work? No washi tape close by? That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think that's what I want to do though. Let me get my pen here. Oh, I guess I better glue them on first, huh? Obviously, I can't hit the hole. Okay, there's that one. But yeah, I think I'm gonna divide it right here with some washi. All right, so let's do the last one. And this one does have more rectangular shape. And for this one, I have some pink, some yellow, has some green in it. This is also some green. I'm knocking stuff in the floor. That has some green. That has some yellow and green. All right, so let's see what we like. I think we definitely have to have some pink. This one might have to have more pieces. All right, and this has some green and yellow. Kind of like that idea. See if I can get a decent piece out of this. This is one of the rougher pieces out of the quilt. do this yellow. We didn't really have any orange, but let's do this one. Brings in another kind of pink element. Okay. Maybe I should just do 3 and spread them out a little bit, and then I could get my numbers underneath. I don't like the idea of having an even number, to be honest. Let's do that. This is a Tim Holtz die cut. It's a little thicker, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the... Oh, I don't want to do that until I put something under there, huh? Now this one might work with the... with this, because we don't have any lines. Let's do that. You see this sticking to my finger over here? Oops. Wrong lid on wrong thing. Okay. Now, I do feel like that they probably need some kind of a title or something to go on them, but I'm not sure what yet, so I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna use this big number, I think, at the top, because I left such big space there. Whether it says textiles or, you know, something. Little something, something. Okay, let's go back to this first one and put some script on it. I'm going to round the corners on this one as well. And I'm going to put tabs on them too, I believe. I could actually put a fabric tag on them, tab on them, I guess. Couldn't I? Sure is not getting in there to round. Oops, I'm still knocking stuff in the floor, guys. Okay, so let's put our bird on there now. Nope. Label. I could put a label down here. This, I should have gotten a bigger, taller bird, I think. That's what I should have done. But we'll fix it. We'll get it right. Okay, let's make some, I don't know if any of this fabric is actually strong enough. This one probably is. To make a tab. I really want a blue one though. Sorry, I'm sure that was off screen. I apologize for that. Okay, I'm gonna do this one on here, I believe. I'm not gonna put them on until I decide what I'm gonna do as far as the title up here. But just to kind of show you what I'm thinking. I think I'll use this other purple piece that I didn't use on this one over here. So it'll look like that. And then I believe I will use what? think I'll use that one on there. And I may do like a little piece of lace or something as well. So that's it, almost. Obviously I need to get something to title it or something. And also I want to get something to put under the bird here, which it'll probably be like a label, I'm thinking. But I do like them, and I think they're pretty cute. And I think that you could also, you know, make just a whole journaling card of nothing but just the samples if you wanted to do that. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to pull some colors out of things that we normally use in our journal and kind of make them coordinate. So there we go. That's our episode today. And when I get them finished and before I post the video, I will take a picture of the finals so you can see what I ended up doing. So that's it for today. So we'll be back on Friday. We're doing Fridays now for general journaling. And until then, I hope everybody continues to have a great week and stay safe and stay healthy. And I'll see everybody on Friday. Bye.